that. And the third phase now, first day that we met, added a rhombic shape and these projections.
Which you will talk about later.
We had the other day a fairly complete explanation of this whole thing by Thoth. And at lunch hour, we're going to go back on the tape and review our almost non-existent memory on it. The prayer that we use here in the morning is called the Prayer of the Temple Graces, and this is from the Thoth's work that provides us a universal seed format in terms of 5 gates, which are basically duplicated. It gives us the universal seed format. This opens those gates in the morning. Reopens.
I was going to learn how to say the prayer, but
Thank you.
we can all think it would be. So it is. Just one more time. This one? Did you bless me then? Phil, prayer.
Okay, going into your unique mastership and be particularly aware of that. Say a lot of breath to make connections, a deeper connection with that. We now establish our Merkaba field and gather onto the circle of 4 square stones and that divine unity within. We begin with the summoning. We stand and witness for those of the angelic, human, and Devic realms who share in this our special commission, would call upon the great Metatron, the office of the Christos, Othra, Menon, David, and the many other illumined ones who shed their light upon us at this time.
We open the veil of the labyrinth and stand unadorned in the light of the cosmic Christos. Let the forces of light bring illumination to all of we who serve in the starry fields. Let the spirit of peace permeate the earth and all her inhabitants. May humans of goodwill everywhere meet in a spirit of cooperation within the divine harmonic of universal accord. May the sharing of self on the part of all humans be the keynote at this time. Let power attend the efforts of the great ones. So let it be, assist and guide us to do our part. May the full light spectrum of love and power renew the plan in all our worlds.
And in special remembrance of our friend Ada, we also add him in this prayer. The prayer has flown, and so it is.
And so it is. Okay, while we're doing the changing of the guard here, I just wanted to read you, we talked yesterday about the Sha'Alura, and we saw the little video of all those amazing beings that were dancing around the world. So I just want to read to you, I did bring in the link to that. If you want to see it, you can just copy down the link. But I wanted to read to you what Zoph had to say about that. He said, creational life forms that are evolving in the new Earth star's numisome, and also in the crystalline structure of our current DNA on micro levels. He said, this DNA is not in the body, not in the physical body, but rather, as we say, light quantum, meaning that it is a bending, or quantumizing of trajectory paths, wrapping around one another in a helix fashion, carrying information through that interactivity and combined trajectory. And there was one more little paragraph here. These are the Sha'Alura, the blessed ones of the shining eye of God. They are living beings and of the same basic substances as are the lotus loci, but their purpose is different. The Sha'Alura have come now to aid in the regenesis of Earth. In this context, regenesis means a rebirth into a new Earth star, and thus the world system 2, which Earth is currently now in the world system 1. They contain many parts to their whole, and can also host other life forms within them. In this sense, the Sha'Alura are spaceships, or more accurately, Merkaba, some containing whole communities of human star kindred. So this is no small event.
You say human star what?
Human star kindred. I'll repeat that. The Sha'Alura contain parts to their whole and can also host other life forms within them. In this sense, the Sha'Alura are spaceships, or more accurately, Merkaba, some containing whole communities of human star kindred.
So that's what we're using as the main format. We checked in with David and for update and evaluation on how things are going. They are extremely pleased with the both processes yesterday. They scanned the whole thing, and there was not a ripple in it, as it was said. They were pleased also with our resolution. He said, in anything like this, and particularly this radical, that there will be even more bumps and creaks and grinds in getting it online. I'm paraphrasing somewhat.
We guessed.
Their language is a little bit more wild.
Star Command.
I'm just a Seventh Fleet sailor, that's what. And particularly pleased that, well, first of all, they also reminded us that we are, each of us here, because we are supposed to be, and because we are recognized as masters in our own right, and here in an unusual opportunity for self-advancement as well as profound service.
Both and.
And in keeping with that, pleased that you expressed yourself, your reservations, questions, and so forth with the discussion. This was well done, carried out, then pleased with resolution. And they arranged a little demonstration of your power. You're seriously underestimating your power, our power, your individual power, and ours in a synergy. We need to think big. Again, they are coaxing us to expand our horizons and to realize the importance and the empowerment of the event and your participation in it. Lots of help, obviously, in this thing, more than you'd find, more than I've ever seen in anything that we've done. We've been doing some big things in the past. So, first lesson, we're underestimating our power, not just sitting here as Democrats and Republicans and God knows what. Assume that you are at a master level and we're expected to conduct ourselves as such, including law. So that is the primary lessons I see. Because we're not only affecting the building, the ship, we're keyed into time. And it isn't just the here and now. We're stretching across 500,000 years in linear time. And it isn't just that. I mean, this includes 19 cycles in building a new universe and a new race. Going into the 20th one. We need a really smooth work here. And we'll get it. There's no question about that. But you need to be aware of what's going on in your own individual place in it. This is the I am focus. I am starts with yourself, and then the group, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All of humanity and all the 40 worlds and up. So your range isn't just a sort of a workshop. This is an opportunity that your souls has never had before. At the right time, the right place, doing the right thing. Now that's hard to find, but here it is.
With the right people.
With the right people, precisely. Now everyone is an equal here. I cringe a little bit when I'm called
Grandmaster of the
Poobah?
the Grandmaster of the Poobah. Right.
Oh, it's affectionate now.
But here's the thing.
There's a teddy bear that goes along with it.
Uh-huh.
There's a teddy bear that goes along with it.
Yeah, I noticed no bonus though. Or retirement. Did not letting anybody retire this summer. There's one difference, and in any kind of, first of all, Thoth says this is not a democracy. And the reason it isn't is because one person has to assume karmic responsibility for the event, the group, or whatever's going on. So for my sins, here I am. And, I'm it. So that's the only difference really in the thing. But it's an important difference.
What, that you sin longer than anyone else?
And more often.
Longer, harder, and more enthusiastic. So, which is pretty much probably. Yeah, we needn't go there. All right. Okay, let's see. What can you remember? What
I have a wake-up call for you. You have 15 minutes to describe what you want. 15 minutes to describe where we're going, and then we're leaving.
Okay.
Oh.
That's just, it's 10 o'clock. That's the way it has to be.
All right. Water ceremony today. Oh, in discussing the event, David said they couldn't create an earthquake.
No, they chose not to create.
Chose not to.
There's a difference. Chose not to.
Chose not to induce an earthquake or burn the place down
Or have another flood.
or another flood. Air, earth, fire, water. But they could use the wind, the elementals. So that was
There was a little humor.
a little humor with that too.
And I do need to add one thing. In the last 2 sessions we've had, they have been really clear about each person is here and they are going to, I think they use the word activate. They are going to activate every person here to the absolute limit they can, you know, because you are here, because of why we're here, because of the energy, because they can and you came to have that happen. And so they did that. And they also mentioned that yesterday's wind ceremony was also an activation for the group. So just, they've been really clear about the energy and what they plan to do and what we all plan to do. So
Can I just add this morning, when I woke up, I was,
No,
sorry. Okay, sorry.
he said
No, louder.
Stand up. Oh, okay. Oh, just this morning, when I woke up, and maybe
Camera.
others of you felt it, I was just really aware that there was the greatest link up of this group, like an energy way beyond anything I've ever experienced. So we were all being linked on a higher level this morning. It was like, okay, they did everything they're supposed to, and it was really clear. We've clearly moved to another level as a group together. So.
That's the purpose of the nights between. Ordinarily we go around.
Did you want to mention Andy?
Yeah. Good.
Just the wind thing with Andy for 1 second?
Oh yeah. Got a flash message from Andy over in Ireland in their group activity. We received guidance today for the ORA, that's the
That's those guys.
yeah, to create a Selah window by intention tomorrow as a preparation for the Sha'Alura streaming. I also heard the words, "the day the earth stood still." At that moment, while in process, the wind, which had been howling outside, stopped and everything went calm. The idea is for the ORA quorums, those are groups, to sit in a 5-minute Selah synergically with the hierarchy first thing at our gatherings in the morning, linking with the Rochella temple. This is to be separate from the process, a block of time set aside for just for this purpose. And the hierarchy will synchronize everyone's effort as a combined. That's all we need for that. Question?
Not a question, I just had a wind story. Because when I went home yesterday,
Can everyone hear?
I went into my room and my window was closed. I always leave it open so it's, you know, aired out. And I said to my housemate, "Did you close my window?" He said, "All of a sudden I heard this crash and everything in your room was blowing." And he said the weird thing was, it wasn't happening around the rest of the house. It was just in your room. So yeah, I closed your window. And I was like, okay then. That's kind of weird. It just popped up now because she said it wasn't happening on the outside of the building. I said, yeah, it was, but then I realized it was just little pockets.
Ordinarily,
You
we'd
know
go
I know what
around
to
and
say to
get
Finley
the
when I
events
have
for
a
the
mess.
evening, but today we're in a tight schedule, so we can do that this afternoon after lunch. So right now, briefing you on, we are doing a water ceremony. That's part of our routine in getting outside on the land and whatever, in nonlinear time, this whole event has been completed. And so while we go to these different places, it isn't just a first time there, or it's a realization that we are loading where the interface, the gateway between the streaming into Gaia and outwards. So we're taking up these specific places, key points in the grid, and functions to be present, and we tune in at that point and let hierarchy or David and the Asha, Ra'im, or Ra'el work those. So we'll do a process there, and in doing this, Hada will be joining us. We discussed this with him last night. He showed up, along with his mentor, which happens to be my mentor too. And so we had a bit of a discussion there about what he's up to and how things are going along. Very fine with him. He's going to be there with us, standing with Donnie. And his place is the green pastures, as he calls it. And he has a great big tree house there that is his refuge. And he's working on the grids in a little higher scale and wider, but he's there swinging away on it. And everything is tickety-boo. So,
He actually said that grids are everywhere. When he was saying he was working on the grids, he was like, you know, there are grids everywhere, and until you get to where you just dissolve into the oneness. But it was really, he was like, grids are everywhere.
Oh,
So,
and side note, back to the windstorm.
That's where we're going today. That's
Okay.
him.
All right. Relative to the windstorm, we were reminded that our use of chaos as one of the primary universe creator beings is represented in that. And from the chaos, we ride the mighty wind. So there's a dynamic working here through that also. Okay, so Hada's ashes are here, and Adani will be orchestrating that and so forth, so we will be observers there. Joan will join us for that. I think that's all we need to know at this point. Does everyone have a ride? Know how to get?
I do not know how to get there. Are the roads any worse than yesterday's?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, no, they're better.
Well, I heard a yes, they are worse.
No,
My
okay, you
car doesn't
guys
have a
know,
lot
so
of
it's okay.
Okay.
It's mostly concrete, though, pretty much.
Yeah, there was
Okay.
only a few little.
And are we actually going into water? Do I need
No,
more
no,
shoes?
no.
Okay, just for a
On the
second.
back.
You might
Unless you want
dip your
to.
toe in it.
It's all-
If you have water shoes, take them, because then you can go.
Well, I have flip-flops.
Yeah, that's what I wore
Donnie
rubber shoes.
asked us to remember that, that using the staff to put your prayers into is certainly what she invites you to do.
It's like the whole project is about just the one pointed intent of humanity for the greatest outcome. Energy into that staff, because the staff is what leads us forward towards the golden discus ring, which is the discus that goes in the Bering Strait. But at any rate, if you would do that, well, we would be honored.
Okay, and you want the staff to go along and flow
We
and
should take it, yes. just that I don't know whether I should take it apart, or how can we
Well,
carry that?
I could put it in a car and you wouldn't have
Do
to.
you think you can fit that in the car then?
I think,
Okay, then that would be great,
all right.
yeah.
Do you
So
want
definitely
flow
we
also
could-
to go?
Yeah, white flow should go, so I can take white flow.
All right, okay. Anything else that you need from here?
The Shiva Lingam? was
Yeah,
that-
can we, who, Michael, can you carry that?
Yes, I think so.
Great.
Okay.
All right, Mamaji?
Does anyone have room for a rider?
But we'll figure that out after we get off the camera, okay?
Okay. All right,
Which is right now.
we're off the camera.
Huh?
Okay.